Today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in Kanagawa. This was a game recommended to me by many of you in the comments, and so I finally gave it a try, and I've really enjoyed it. I think I've played it twice so far in the last few weeks. Kanagawa is essentially a set collection game where you are painting a beautiful panorama. And that's the first thing I want to mention about this game. I really, really like the panorama formed by the cards in this game. I'll try to show it on camera a little bit, but really I would recommend looking at the photo that I posted as the main image here. But see how they seamlessly go together, and they just form a really, really beautiful vista. I know that's not a mechanism, but I like that the mechanism of the game enables this beauty to come forth. The mechanism that I really want to focus on, I really think this is awesome, is how cards are selected in this game. Basically, every round, each player gets to choose cards once, and they use this mat to do so. So early on in the first phase of the round, you put out four. If you're playing a four-player game, you put out 4 cards in this upper row of this neat little mat. It feels like a mat that you'd use to roll a sushi roll, create a sushi roll. And after you put out those cards, every player has the chance to get one of those cards. But if they do, they can't get any more cards that round. Whereas if they wait, at the beginning of the next phase, you put out 4 more cards. And then when you select cards, you select an entire column. You're essentially always choosing a column, but when there's only one row, it's just one card. And finally, if you wait even longer, you can have the possibility of getting this last row filled in, and then when you pick, you get a full column of 3 cards. And one little special thing to note about this mat is that these red spaces are face-down cards, so you don't know exactly what you're getting. I really, really like that in games. I've talked about a few other games recently that do that put some face-down cards in the mix, so you don't know exactly what's out there. Now you might ask, why would I ever not choose 3 cards? And that's a valid question. It's a valid strategy in the game to just never have fewer than 3 cards. But there are many reasons in this game. I won't go into all of them here. I'll mention 1 or 2. But there are many reasons that you need specific things at specific times, because the order in which you place cards in your row matters, and the different things that you're collecting matters, especially if you're going after some of these goals. So here are some goal tiles. This one says have 2 different types of people on the paintings, and this one says have 2 different types of buildings. And so, and these goals get even more valuable. These are the points that you get from these goals. They're even better versions of these goals. So there may be certain times where maybe that first card comes out, or 2 cards come out, and you see that building you need, or you see that person you need, and you decide to grab it because you don't want someone else to get to it first, because they might pick it before you do, and then you've lost your chance because you're waiting for that 3rd card. So this is a really, really nice choice that the game adds. The timing of exactly when do you decide to gain cards. There's no cost to gaining them. You just gain every card in the column, and it's up to you to decide when the best time to do so is. Getting more cards versus getting specific cards that you need right now that you're worried about other players taking, because you're all competing over these global goals. Really, really clever mechanism. I think something like this is in Dream Home, but it's been a while since I played Dream Home. If you can think of any other games that use something like this where you're deciding between getting more stuff versus specific stuff, I'd love to hear about that in the comments. Or if you can think of other games that use panoramas like this. I think Jamaica does it. I know other games do it, but I love when that panorama image is created in a game. It gives you a really nice visual, a very satisfying visual at the end of the game. So yeah, that's Kanagawa, my favorite mechanisms in Kanagawa. Thanks.